Okay, so I'm doing a quick video on religion because I studied Judaism, okay, for about 15 years. And, in the womb as an infant, as a fetus, I knew that the white men in heaven had betrayed me. And vampires across the earth heard what I said to white men in heaven when I was in the womb. I said, oh, so you're betrayed, So, okay. And I was so angry to be a fetus that I started building matrices in my mind about how to strategize something warfare-like or, weaponized against them because I thought it was unfair. And I got down to the bottom of why I was descended into the womb, into a human womb. So much so that I went under military quarantine nearly 10 years ago, minimum. Well, maybe 12 years ago or 20 years ago, something like that, off and on. So I can't get into that. I'm not going to get into that now. It goes all the way back to World War II and then before, 20,000 years before World War II. So, in the womb, I asked the angel Gabriel, I said, well, how much longer do I have to stay in here? Inside the fetus in the womb. And she said, oh, not much longer, you're going to get out, So, by the time I'm an infant, I can speak full English in the womb. I never learned it. I never learned English. And when I came out, I realized that whoever was, Shirley and Harold were just vehicle replacements and knew they were. And I found out why, because somewhere they vampirized somewhere, okay? And it could be before I know them. Okay, that's a European secret, or an African secret. So then, by the time I get into the townhouse, I got really angry at how it was a townhouse and not a palace. And I told Jesus, I said, oh, so this is poor. You're killing me. I said, oh my God, Jesus is killing me. And I was only like maybe 4 months old. And I would try to attack Harold Keith with weapons. I would get a hammer, and he was watching, the Three Stooges on television, and I got offended as a baby, and I said, oh, the Three Stooges. I said, this is Arab deific harassment. So don't worry, nigger, I'm gonna kill you, and then I got a hammer, and I really tried to knock him in his head with it. And I was only maybe 4 or 5 months. I wasn't that old, and I had already met one of the pharaonic kings of Egypt, that had identified me, because I guess to him I shouldn't have been in with them, So he says, not that he wasn't in on it initially. So then he asked me when I was an infant, he said, would you want to stay here? I said, yeah, I'll stay. I said, Shirley and Harold, they're really nice. I'll stay here, I said, okay. By the time I'm 3 years old, Shirley and Harold vampirized by the time I'm 3. Or beforehand. And the reason why I know is because I ended up in a white marble palace. Probably by 1984 or 1985. And I was, sitting on a marble floor, white marble floor, and a huge, palace with white marble columns everywhere, a nice pool, ceramic pool, it looks very arcane. And there was a white woman there, and she had long hair and white skin and blue eyes, and she said, oh, So you are no longer princess. You can get out. I was like, I was 3. I said, oh, really? You know, so I got evicted from the palace and sent back to Landover. And it was just, you know, I hated God, you know, and I tried to seduce Jesus as an infant. I said, don't worry, I'm going to get with you sexually. You'll be raped. You'll have sex. You just wait and see. You know, and I wasn't older than 10 months. So vampires heard it. Okay, vampires heard me say that in that townhouse. And some of them, you know, they're still alive. So I said, oh, so you heard that. So, oh, okay. So then I incrementally discovered through my study of Judaism as an adult that vampires have an influence over the place we call heaven. A place that has mathematical coordinates. Now, because it has mathematical coordinates and has vampire intercepts and vampire arrangements, then some of the angels are also vampires. We can prove that by studying arcane Egypt and arcane Italy, right? So we can even prove it molecularly. But, you know, you can also hop into a government file if you have that level of power to read it. So anyway, by the time I'm 6, you know, Shirley Myers or whatever vampire pretends to be her, says, oh, well, here's the Bible. I said, oh, what is this for? And she's like, oh, well, here are these Jesus stories, you know, and you can read these stories about Jesus, read these stories about the Bible. And here are some rules, you know, and I looked at these articles in the Bible and in the Jesus Children's Book, and I said, this is stupid. And she said, what? I said, because who would really do all of this? I said, who would follow all of these rules? You know, I was 6 years old. I said, this is unfair. This is racist. I don't like this, and I don't want to do it. I was like, I hate the Bible. You know, then it's because I think that Shirley, you know, inwardly saw how free I wanted to be spiritually and tried to oppress me with Bible literature. And it can be oppressive based on how you're inducted into it. So later on, I had a secret blessing, you know, that I did to the devil by the time I was 6 years old. And I was in my room. I was like, well, you're pretty smart for rebelling. You're smart. I said, you know, I can't stand the fact that you were betrayed in heaven. Because I see sheer intellect, sheer refinement. How could anyone reject something like that? You know, and so then later in adulthood, I discover how much Satan owns financially, how many planets he owns, how he's in our DNA, like we're descending from him. And then, you know, he has arrangements, okay, with heaven's people, just like King Tut does, okay, and they did not die. So, you know, whenever people try to push religion on me really fast, I just want to note the financial arrangements that deities have, period. Oh, well, it's not Jesus Christ, it's God Shah, the Jew from India. Now it's the devil. Well, why should it be the devil? Okay, he's progenitor so many times over. For billions of years, everybody's related to him nearly at this point. I mean, why curse it? Do you know what I mean? How can he be the devil and you descend from him? That, you know, I can't go along with that. You know, and then Jesus, you know, one of them, I don't know if it's the vampire Jesus or the angel Jesus, but one of them studies in India. Okay, he studies in India and learns a lot of different things before he prophesies in Palestine. There's already genetic evidence, that he did that. So, you know, these I got another comment on national television. Well, you know, Baratarayam, said the rabbi, that's demons. You know, that's the devil. And I said, well, because Judaism comes out of Hinduism, how can we really reject it? We're descending. You understand what I mean? Because Hindi and Hebrew are not that different linguistically when you study how they originate. Okay, just like the DNA. Some of these Jews in Palestine, whether they are dark or fair, are coming from Ethiopia, Egypt, India, or the mathematically coordinated place that which we call heaven. So since it has coordinates, why is it all satanic? Because it's not, the arranged gimmick of religion that Judaism really is. And it's not just Judaism. Islam's the same thing. I'm not saying that there isn't something scientific to be gained. I'm not saying that there isn't something genetic or biological to be gained from Judaism or Islam. But based on how money controls, the information they release or what they want from their worshipers, it's not a legitimate faith, because what they are saying, neither are. Christianity is the same thing. Only Hinduism also has a gimmick that's arcane. But because they don't push what enhances the molecules that are a biomic origination genome of what's related to eternal life, because they don't all focus on it and require worship for you to lower yourself, when really that's just a financial arrangement for other DNA lines and their, investments, then why even go there? Because Israel did, they sold their religion to Africa, okay, for 10 to 20 years. And Africa paid Israel something like 90 trillion US dollars a year or something like that to be in a Jewish place and be an African that's related to Oprah or something like that, and have Jew honor, but they paid for it. So then if you paid for it, then it means nothing that I descend from Cusack. And Cusack has direct lineage to the Bible, right? So what is that saying? Among other places like the palaces of Egypt, the palaces of heaven, that which is mathematically coordinated. So because it's like that, and vampires build weapons, furthermore, whether you think I'm blaspheming or not, why say that I'm blaspheming because you think I'm poor? Or financially, you say that I'm blaspheming because you think I have a poor financial background, and I don't. Don't call me a blasphemer. I don't have a poor financial background. Okay, I'm $100 trillion a month as a Norwegian giant in Shirley's womb. I still have the cells. They're living. Okay, and the only thing that prevents me from being more like, a white giant in Europe is the fact that white giants are around me and refuse to let me activate the molecules. And some of them are in the U.S. military and the Nazi Party, which is a direct genetic linkage to John Cusack, who is also my genetic father, whose cells are really German, or Norwegian. So it's not, religion is not what it could be. Now, I'm not saying there aren't enhancements. I mean, in Judaism, for example, you can learn how to become, an arcane deity. You can learn how to do it. You can become eternal life in Judaism. You can do it in Hinduism too. Okay, they have same ancestors. Okay, Islam is also, you can become eternal. You really can. Okay, you can walk into heaven. Even in ancient Egyptian religion, Hinduism, Judaism are all in Islam. If you learn the true facts that are arcane, scientific, archaeological, genetic, it'll take you there. It will. But the problem is, if you are not financed, or if you don't have an investment tribulation with the religion itself, then you're in danger, like I was with Judaism, because you're not in on the investment strategy with the religion. So because it's financial to the point of murdering angels, what would be the big deal? Why call other people demons if you're going to do that? Now, if it's all about demons, then call CERN a demon. Okay, call the National Aeronautics Space Agency a demon, because they would build weapons. And Italian private agencies, too, would build weapons that are molecular-based and cellular-based. Okay, beyond AI DNA scans to see angels descending and then murdering them. because you don't really worship. Okay, it's all about yourselves, or it's all about the demonic vampire gods or the fallen angel demoniac vampire gods. No matter who they are, that which are still living even from the billions of years, which I can locate in India, Turkey, Persia, even in France. If you study French DNA, some French people, they're just Persians. Okay, so since it's like that, then we're descending all these years back. We find white DNA 200 billion years, 500 billion years. If you can go back that far, not on a vampirical scale, on a human scale, even on an ape scale, then that means that religion of any kind, no matter where it originates from, is there to enslave. Now, if you can't get to the financial investment strategy and maintain influence in the religion, no matter who you are, then why worship? Why do it? Because you will be someone's asshole. And I hate to put it like that, but it's the truth. Because the deities will try to own you in a way that'll enslave your ass forever. Okay, even Hindu deities do it. Okay, so if you don't break away from the arrangement, you know, even though the secrets are there and the portents are there and the eternal activation and the eternal wealth, all that's there. But if you can't sustain genetically and financially, at a minimum, with the arrangements that are in place for these religions, you won't survive. Okay, because the deity will betray and kill you. Okay, it just, no matter what you do. I mean, well, if you don't follow these rules, you will die. Okay, what are they saying? You have nothing. You don't have more than me. Okay, because you don't have more than me and you're coming to me for things, now I have to make a valuation of everything you own since you're relying on me publicly. I mean, I don't have to do anything, but you're using my name, and my name is a patent, and angels do that. Okay, jinns do it, demons do it, all kinds of, religious types, do that, no matter what religion it is. Okay, there's clearly an investment strategy, right? This is how Satan has survived, because Satan has an investment strategy. Everybody knows who he is. Okay, look at Kate Middleton's people. The Western Urumqi Chinese, they figured out, okay, well, we're not going to die. Okay, we vaporize. We see that it's not enough. We'll breed the devil then. Okay, how much you want? Okay, Kate Middleton, Duchess Kate Middleton has new children by Satan the devil. Not a lie, I can prove it. AI record, okay? She has children by Satan, okay? And it's an investment strategy. It's a genetic strategy. Now, did God of the Jews or did God of the Arabs? It's the same God. It's only the same God within the past 50,000 years. So don't try it, because you weren't always worshiping the same one. See, so it just means that, once I said, there's an arrangement, right? That's agreed upon on what you will teach your slaves. But if she's allowed to do that, then she has money, right? Right. She's got that Africa money. She's got that China money. She's got that European Union money, the British money too, and the satanic money. So because she's got Chinese money too, so this is what I'm trying to explain. Did the God of the Jews or the God of Islam say, or the God of the Chinese say, "Down, Duchess Kate Middleton, you may not breathe the devil"? They never said that. They allowed it, didn't they? Did they kill her? Did they threaten her? No, they didn't. Look at her social arrangements. But if you knew how white my skin really is naturally, or how my eyes are really blue, and how people call me Capitheo when feces isn't on things, you wouldn't try to enslave me with your liturgies. Do you understand? I am not from poverty, and I annul heaven based on you all's brain development being my usurpation in infancy. The prominent know how much is there. I'm not still relying on it, but because I have self-made fortunes, where Buckingham Palace, my cousins of the blood from birth, even fund themselves. Okay, so then, you don't have to give me the slave trilogy. Thanks for watching. This is IamGodCode9000.com. Have a great day.